J.I. Case came to Australia in 1900 as a manufacturer of threshing and harvesting machines. Several years later, Case tractors appeared on the scene. The Case 1220 was a short wheelbase tractor with an east-west engine. It was the smallest of the three available in Australia in 1927. The engine had 4 cylinders, and it was the first to have renewable cylinder sleeves. The 1220 had exhaust deflectors on either side of the manifold. These were designed to be controlled by levers to preheat the air in the intake manifold. Warm air from the 4 cylinders could be circulated to improve fuel economy. The carburetor's valves often caused problems as they became fused through heat and corrosion. The Case LA was a heavyweight broadacre tractor released during 1940. The styling was rounded out to give a more contemporary look to the tractor. It had a 6.6 litre overhead valve inline 4-cylinder engine. The difference between 3rd and 4th gear was problematic and was later increased to give greater pulling power, up to 5 ploughs, or the equivalent of 16 horses. The fuel tank didn't hold enough for a 10-hour day, and an Australian firm specialised in repowering it to the more fuel-efficient Perkins 6354 diesel engine. The Case DEX and the SEX were the export versions of the D and S series from 1941. The SEX was a lightweight tractor with a 4-cylinder short-stroke engine. The DEX was heavier with 32 horsepower. The king of the 6-plough tractor, the 930 Comfort King, was one of the new Case breed of tractors for the 1960s.
It's the King. The Comfort King is coming your way. The new Case 930 Comfort King tractor with deep foam cushion seat now set high up and forward for control tower visibility, away from heat and dust. Featherlight power steering too, and best of all, the new rear-mounted 50-gallon fuel tank that lets you work 15 hours without refueling. Now, add all the other proven Case 930 features. Big 95 brake horsepower Case diesel motor, record-breaking fuel economy, lowest maintenance. Yes, for the big acreage jobs, take a new look at the new Case 930 Comfort King at your local Case dealer.
The famous Caterpillar crawler tractor was essential for farmers who had to work loose, sandy soils. The 20, released here in the late 1920s, was a new tractor in size, rating and price. 2 years in development, the crawler was showcased at the Nebraska trials and showed it could pull almost 600 kilograms more than the company claimed. Its small size, only 150 centimetres, made it an easy machine to manoeuvre. It came with a spark arrestor over the exhaust, a front pull hook, and the PTO could be placed at either end of the machine. The slightly larger 22 arrived in the 1930s and built on the popularity of its predecessors. In 1938, the D-Series was developed with agricultural work in mind. The smallest of the range, the D2, had a pulling power of 19.4 horsepower and could happily tow a harvester and trailer or the equivalent. The larger D4s, through to the D8s, were reserved for larger farms and heavy cultivation work. Caterpillar of Australia Proprietary Limited was formed in March 1955. The factory in Essendon, a suburb of Melbourne, doubled its size in 1957. The company spent over $12 million to ensure the success of the facility with a full range of Caterpillars to be manufactured here. Way back